What's good, YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video. As you can tell by the title, you know what this video is about. This is an open discussion, so if you disagree with something or you agree with something but have more questions on, if you have questions in general, it can even not be about this video. I don't know why I couldn't get that out, but yeah. So this video is going to be limited editing because I don't want to edit this video. I want it to be super raw. So comment down below anything that you have concerning this video, or if you want to see more content like this. Hit that thumbs up button, make sure you like the video, and if you like the video or you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. But let's get right into it. This video is about my experience, so if it applies or if you think it'll work for you, good, cool, take that and run with it. If you don't think it'll work at all, you can throw it away and forget about this video. But I can just tell you from my experience, I'm not trying to give you professional advice because I'm not a professional career advisor or anything like that. I can just tell you what worked for me, for real. And I get this question a lot. So let's jump right into it. So this discussion is just going to be about how I was able to gain a secure role in GRC without having Security+. I get this question a lot when people see that I'm studying for Security+, but also working in GRC. And I can just tell you my path on how I went about it and what worked for me. So let's start from the beginning. I had my bachelor's degree in accounting. When I graduated college, I knew I didn't want to do accounting, so I had to pivot. You know what I'm saying? So, but I always was interested in tech. I didn't know what part of tech I wanted to get into. I was about to go back to school for computer science, but after I did my research, and this is my first point, a lot of people come to me and say, like, how can I get into tech? I'm like, what part of tech? Did you do your research on what you want to do? It's saying I want to get into tech is so broad that it's like the first thing I'm gonna tell you if you ask me that question is, did you do your research? And I know you didn't because you just said I want to get into tech. So, but I would just tell you, like, hey, go see what you interested in the tech. So do you want to be a software developer? Do you want to work with AI? Do you want to be in cybersecurity? What part of cybersecurity? GRC? Do you want to be in networking? Like, it's so many different lanes you can go down, so many different disciplines that it's hard to just answer that question on how can you get into it. Like, I don't know, it's different roadmaps for different career paths. So for me, like when I realized that I didn't want to do accounting, I wanted to go down a different career path, I did my research. And this is just the type of person I am, though. I'm a Googler. I'm a look it up and find out type of guy. Like, especially if somebody asks me something, I'm gonna go find it out if I don't know it after. So next time you ask me, I'm gonna know about it. But yeah, I did my research. I'm like, okay, cool. I think a boot camp will work for me because I'm a structured learner. I like to be hands-on with stuff, and I don't like just reading in books. So I wanted to get into environments where the environment was built and I can be hands-on doing stuff. So I'm like, okay, boom, I'm gonna do a boot camp. So I did. I applied to the boot camp, got in or whatever. So I did the boot camp, and I think the biggest thing that helped me with the boot camp that I got from the boot camp, the biggest thing that helped me was that they helped me, learn about blue team, red team, basics in networking. So that's where it helps me. But the biggest thing that the boot camp did for me is help me. And this is not an ad at all. Like, this is not an ad. This is not promotion. This is just telling you my honest, genuine opinion about a boot camp. What they helped me with was my transferable skills. So connecting the dots from what I learned in accounting to how I can apply that into cybersecurity. So my transferable skills worked well for GRC, and that's how I'm like, okay, I'm going the GRC route, because in accounting you learn a lot of the same laws and compliance regulations and stuff in accounting as you do with working with GRC. So I'm like, boom, that's where I think I'll be the best fit, and my roadmap led to that. So after I did the boot camp, I didn't get any jobs. They in the boot camp they was trying to push for everybody to take the Security+ and the CISA+, but I just feel like I wasn't ready to jump out there and just take that test. Hindsight, looking back, I might was ready to take it, but it just seemed like a lot of people like made Security+ like this big thing. Like it made it to where the test seemed so, I ain't gonna say unachievable, but I don't know, it just gave you anxiety trying to go take it. I don't think anxiety is the right word, but it just gave you a drawback in taking it, like, oh, I ain't ready. So after I graduated from the boot camp, I started looking for, I'm like, how can I get something on my resume to show that, I have, the basic stuff, troubleshooting experience. I have experience working with Windows, Apple, all the operating systems and stuff like that. So I'm like, what's the best way to show that? Help desk. I know a lot of people say, get a help desk role, get a help desk role, get a help desk role. Yeah, I mean, that's what everybody say today. That's what everybody was saying back then. I'm saying back then like it was a long time ago. It was like 3 years ago. But yeah, so I'm like, boom. So I'm applying to all these help desk roles, and I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting an interview, nothing. So fast forward, about 2-3 months go past, still nothing. But then I get an interview for Apple, working at the jeans bar. It wasn't technically a help desk role, but if you'd been into an Apple store, you understand like the jeans bar is where that you get your devices troubleshooted if you have a problem with it or whatever. So I'm like, that's good. Let me go there. And so I got that role. I got that job, stayed there for about 6 months. But in that 6-month time span, I was just learning how to communicate with the end user and understand their problems and get better at that. Because I know when I get a help desk role, that's the biggest thing, is the communication piece, understanding what's the problem and how to fix it. So during that time that I was working at Apple, I was still applying to other jobs because I knew that's not where I wanted to be. That's not where I wanted to stop at. There was just another stepping stone for me. So I worked there for about 6 months, and then I got a job as a technical support engineer. So boom, another little step. Like, I'm keep building them on. And it just so happened that the technical support engineer role that I got was at a security company. Well, it's not technically a security company. They had a security product. And the company just was, it was phishing email protection. So I wasn't security anything. I was technical support. So I helped the customer use the product. So if it was like a false positive, or if it was they need help resetting the password, and stuff like that. So it was technical support, but it was in a security company. So I was able to talk to security engineers and stuff like that to understand like what they did in their role and stuff. So I kind of leveraged the people around me, and that's what I tell you, like, too, like the companies that you'll go work for that's tech support, you will have some security engineers or some software developers. A lot of software developers, they too have some sense of security. You can learn from everybody. That's my philosophy. So yeah, I just was, learning from everybody, learning from people around me, and leveraging the people around me. So fast forward, a guy that I went to school with, he knew that I was trying to get into cybersecurity, and he sent over an email that was from SANS. It was for a program where they help you with gaining the training that you need to take some of their certifications. So, and SANS has a lot of different programs. I tell a lot of people, if you're looking for certifications, SANS has so many different programs for people, for diversity. They have so many programs for veterans, women, Latina, like all type of different groups where they help you get into cybersecurity. So they help you gain certifications, and they give you opportunities to take the certification test. So boom, I got into that program. I had to do like an interview, and I had to take a test. But yeah, I got into that program. I finished that program. I gained 3 SANS certifications. And if you know anything about SANS certifications, that those certifications are expensive, and I got it for completely free through that program. So if you're looking for certifications, and you look there first before you pay out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Look there, and they might have a program going, a cohort going. But yeah, so after I gained those certifications through SANS, they sent out an email where they were looking for people to participate in an apprenticeship. So boom, I applied to the apprenticeship, went through several rounds of interviews, and I got selected. So, but mind you, this is still when I'm at the technical support engineer job. So boom, I'm like, I'm finna take this. And the apprenticeship is like full-time. It's not part-time or anything like that. It's full-time, and I have to put in the hours, 40 hours. It's just like a job, but the pay was less than what I was making already. But I knew, like, taking this apprenticeship, even though the pay was a step down, the opportunity was a step up. And I don't want people, I always tell people, don't get fixated on titles and salary, because that can hinder you when you're on your journey. You know what I'm saying? Some opportunities might pay less in that moment, but in the long term, it's going to prepare you forward to where you want to be. So I did take a salary bump. I think the apprenticeship was like, starting off was like 18 or something like that. So it was a big salary. It was even less than what I was making at Apple. So I took the apprenticeship. I'm like, I want the opportunity. I'm not looking. The opportunity is worth way more than the bread. And I know you got to make a living. I'm not telling you just to go out there and just accept anything, but accept where it works for you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't pass up on a good opportunity because the salary is not where you want it to be. If it's close enough, if it is enough for you to live on, I say go for it. If it's going to be a good opportunity to put you in a position to where you want to be at the end. So boom, got that apprenticeship. And the difference between an apprenticeship and an internship is that at the end of an apprenticeship, the expectation is a job to be hired on. And for an internship, it's not necessarily an expectation to be hired on. It's the opportunity to network with the company and learn from the company. And you might, get hired on after you graduate or something like that. But for apprenticeship, you're working there full time, and it's like the expectation is if the company likes you and you like the company and it's a perfect match, then you get hired on. So I went through that program. I learned as much as possible. I applied myself, and I just showed that I want this. You know what I'm saying? So I got hired on at that company, worked there, got promoted, and just kept moving up. And now, you know, I'm in school for my master's. I'm looking to take the Security+, all these different things. Now, like, even like this day, like, I still don't have Security+, so that's why I'm studying for it now and trying to take it now. But this is my journey without Security+. I'm not saying like you don't need it. I'm not talking down on the certification. For the people that have it, that is super fantastic. I always say congratulations when somebody tell me they have it. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have it right now, the point of this video is just tell you, like, yes, you can work towards it. Yes, get it. I'm not saying it's bad to have by any means. I'm getting it, you know what I'm saying? But that's not the only route. That's not the only thing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have Security+, you still can land a role in security or wherever you want to go, like in security. So that's my spiel. Hopefully this video worked for you, or it helped you with something, or help you understand at least where I'm at and where I came from. So hopefully it worked for you. Make sure you comment down below if you have any questions, if you want any feedback that you have for me. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.